Hopefully I don't need it. We'll see. I like Elixir, and holy moly, it's so big. I really like Elixir, and I'm going to show you a couple things in Elixir that I like about it. Actually, I should put best for. That'll work. Do you guys know what FizzBuzz is? Yes. Okay, so it used to be that it was kind of a hiring tool where you see if someone knows what they're doing when they're coding, so they'll make them go through this exercise. This is so known now, I'm not sure that's the case anymore. But basically, you go through 1 through 100, and then if a number is divisible by 3, you print out fizz instead of the number. If the number is divisible by 5, you print out buzz instead of the number. And if the number is divisible by 3 and 5, then you print out FizzBuzz instead of the number. And otherwise, just put out the number. So we're going to code real quick an Elixir implementation of this, and I'll kind of show you some of the cool features of Elixir as we're going through here. So the first thing I'm going to do is create the module. We'll call it FizzBuzz. For ease of my writing, I'm going to call our function name Go. And we're going to have a minimum and a maximum. So we're going to make it to where we can put in a minimum number and a maximum number. Instead of 1 through 100, we can just do from any number to any other number. And so with that, we'll do that, and then we'll go through each. So this is in the enum module. So enum each, and then we pass it min to max. So that's kind of a range. So we're going from the minimum to the maximum. And then the next argument is the function we're going to do for each of those things. So we're going to call function, and we're going to pass in x. We're just going to call it x. And then for x, we're going to, for now, we'll just put x. Puts x. So you see it works. Okay, so for each number between min and max, it'll go through and just print every one of those to the output. So I'm going to go into IEX here, which is the interactive Elixir REPL, and I've loaded up FizzBuzz. So I'm going to say FizzBuzz go, and let's go from 1 to 10 for now. So there it is. It just prints out 1 through 10. Okay. So now we got to do the next thing. So if it's divisible by 3, print fizz. Okay, so here's one of the cool things about Elixir. You can define a function name multiple times in multiple ways. So it's called function overloading. It's also, you can do matching on functions. So if you'll see this first one, this go here has a minimum and a maximum, so it accepts 2 arguments. This next one, I'm going to say accepts only 1 argument, just x. Actually, let's call it num, just to be a little more descriptive. And we're also going to say, this is called a guard clause. Another cool thing about Elixir, you can make guard clauses. So go when, and we can say when the remainder of num and 3 equals 0. So if it's equally divisible by 3, this is when we're going to run this. And I'm going to show you another syntax for a function declaration. It's a shorter one. We can do it all in one line. So we're going to do IO puts fizz. Okay. So now up here what we need to do is instead of calling just puts on everything, we need to pass in our go function. So we're going to say go for x. Okay. We also need to handle what if go is called with a number that is not divisible by 3. What do we do there? Otherwise, it'll just kind of blow up. It's like, I don't know what to do with this thing. So we got to define that case as well. So let's say def go for the number. On any other case, we just want to put the number. Num. Okay? So let's recompile this. Recompile FizzBuzz. All right, it's recompiled. Let's try it. FizzBuzz go 1 through 10. All right, so we got 1, 2 fizz, 4, 5 fizz. Okay, so we got fizz done. Fizz is done. We call that complete. So the next thing we need to do is we need to, if divisible by 5, print buzz. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. Def, I'm going to do a little thing here a little faster. Num when the remainder of num and 5 equals 0. We want to IO puts buzz. All right, we'll save that, recompile it. Let's see it happen. 1 through 10, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 fizz, 4 buzz, fizz, so on and so forth. Okay, so we got this next one done, okay? Let's keep going. So now, if divisible by 3 and 5, print FizzBuzz. And of course, 3 and 5 is divisible by 15, basically, so we can make it faster. So I'm going to do it down here, and if you know Elixir, you'll see something. So I'm going to say rem, num, and 15 equals 0. Do IO puts FizzBuzz. All right, let's recompile and try it again. Actually, it's not going to go to 15. Let's do it to 20. All right, so you'll see here, we should see a FizzBuzz, right? So why didn't that work? Okay, so when Elixir goes down this list trying to find out what you want to do, it says, well, we're going to look at this one first. It says, well, it's not divisible by 3, so we'll go to the next one. Actually, it was divisible by 3, so that's the one that went. It said fizz. So what we need to do is we just need to move this line above that line. So now we got the FizzBuzz on the top, so that's the first thing that'll match. So now let's save that, recompile, and try it again through 20. So there we go, and now we got FizzBuzz. All right, so another cool thing, I'm gonna make this a little shorter. So I showed you the shorter syntax with this, so let's do that here. We'll put a comma here, and then a colon there, join that line. So that's a shorter way to write that. And then we can make it even shorter. So this syntax right here, the function definition, can be shorter. So the shortcut, instead of doing that, you can say and then go with the first thing that's passed in. So that's a shorter way to write that. Make sure I have that correct. My parentheses, let's recompile, try it again. There we go, still working. So we can make it even shorter, okay? So the next thing we can do is, this is one way to define this. Instead of that, we're gonna say, just go straight to the Go definition, and it's got a function declaration like that. That just means that look for the Go function that has one argument, which is these lines here, right? Yes, in the same module, exactly. So that's one extra parentheses. Let me erase that, recompile, and we'll try it again, and it's still working. So that is FizzBuzz in 7 lines of code in Elixir. Thank you.